All right, man, let's get into this because there are a few stories out there on the Serenata Beach Club.
Yeah, what's going on?
And we're going to check in on our first story is sourced from News4Jax. And I've got some emails that I was shown over the weekend and went out there and talked to some members, talked to some staff. It's funny because went out to the Serenata Beach Club and a couple of the members of the staff recognized me but didn't know from where, so they thought I was a member. So I got to walk around freely and kind of talk to people. Yeah, so that was kind of cool. So we got some inside scoops.
Did you get to hang out in the pool? Because it's a nice pool.
Yeah, hung out by the pool.
Nice. Yes. Yeah. That's a way to do it.
You have socks on with your slides.
Yep.
At the pool.
Yep.
So nice.
Oh, wow.
It is a wonderful experience at Serenata. Always has been.
That's fancy.
Until now. Apparently.
Let's see. Here's how the story goes, and then I'll give you some of the information that I found out. So the Serenata Beach Club in Ponte Vedra, they say facing financial difficulties and is entangled in at least 2 foreclosure lawsuits, and people have sent letters of these. There's documentation of this out there. Concerns among members arose because of letters that they got over the weekend, confusing communications. There were some cryptic letters that were kind of sent at first, and members kind of got up in arms because basically they were hinting at we may be closing like very, very soon.
Yeah, and if you prepaid till January, you're going to be pretty PO'd, right?
Exactly, and that seemed to be the big sentiment among members. That's it. Yeah, that's it, Clay. Thank you very much. Confusion began, they say, when some members received emails from the club's owners requesting payments to be made exclusively by check in person or by mail.
That sounds shady.
That does. They reiterated this in their most recent letter, I do believe. On Saturday, club employees informed some members that the club was closing indefinitely, although the owners later stated that it would remain open. I was hearing from staff down there that they were told that Sunday would be their last day to come and collect their belongings, clean out their lockers, and many staff members did that. Many staff members went down there. There were still people hanging out there and working so they could make their tips and stuff, right? Because, I mean, you might as well go there and make some tips if you got a day to make some tips. So they were definitely, as far as I know, from like I said, from the inside, I was told that they were told Sunday was their last day. Get your stuff, clean it all out. Now, by the time I got to the club, according to members that we talked to, they had already sent out an email basically saying, oh no, everything's fine, don't worry, misunderstanding, lots of internet rumors. You gotta love when people get in trouble and then they blame internet rumors. You know, this happens so often. It's like, no, you guys put out that information. People didn't start this rumor. You guys put out this information. And
is it a new ownership?
I do think ownership has changed hands
in May 2023.
Yeah.
Now they said that February to all dues were required to be paid upfront this year, February to February. Prior, we could pay yearly dues monthly over the year. So, like, they've changed the way their payment structure system. That should have been their first.
Okay.
I'm reiterating what Laura's putting in comments, but yeah, that should have been the first clue.
Yeah.
When they're changing that up.
From what I heard, and we're going to continue with this story here that News4Jax has put together, but from what I heard, and I guess I have to say this is speculation, although it did come from the inside. Basically, there's an operating fund, right, that usually has hundreds of thousands of dollars in it. And basically, right, from what I'm told, that operating fund is like in the couple of thousands of dollars right now.
Okay.
And they think there was an issue where somebody may have run off with a whole lot of money.
Now I see.
So they were trying to figure. Still speculative.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah. More is definitely going to come out on this in a few days. But this is what I'm told from people on the inside, and people on the inside get it wrong too sometimes.
Well,
you know,
I tell you, during big sales like this, sometimes that component where that fund is gets overlooked, and it doesn't get transferred with. So it might make the new owner create a whole new thing if it wasn't put into. I mean, you know.
Interesting.
You know, sometimes those transitions that stuff happens, And if it wasn't identified in there, you know, it might be the previous owner's money, or it might be this owner's money.
Oh, okay.
So just depending on how that transition, and we're still only a couple months out of that transition.
Right.
So
Right. It has not been a very long time. They say one anonymous club member expressed worry about the handling of her $10,000 membership fees. Ooh.
Yeah, man.
So there's an initiation fee, and then there's an annual fee.
Annual dues
True,
exceed
true.
$3,000.
Yeah,
That's why you always try to win that on a silent auction.
Initiation.
Seriously,
right?
you want to get that covered.
I can tell you,
That's the
fairly easy
hustle.
to just walk in and hang out by the pool, though. Fairly easy to do that.
I may or may not have been asked to leave once.
So you stand out a little more than I do. I can kind of blend into the crowd, weave in and out. Yeah. Apparently they do know who the members are. They're pretty good at figuring that out.
But what did they do for member mitigation? You said there was like a happy put a button on it moment.
Yeah, that was kind of the email that they had sent around where they said, "Hey guys, it's okay. Justice has been served." Justice has been served was in that email, and I really should have had that email in front of me. Didn't somebody send that in a group text over the weekend?
You know it was me.
I think so. Let me see. Because you did send that over the weekend to the 904 group text. So let me see if I can find that here. The email that says it came from the Serenata Beach Club here. Good afternoon. I love this. I wanted to reach out and put an end to the rumor mill.
Okay.
Oh, I looked at the camera. Oh, I did like a Jim Halpert thing right there.
We had the
pull up.
There was a graphic on it. Let me try that again, Clay. Let me try that again,
Clay
Clay.
had you covered because it started at the top of your head.
I was trying to
Clay
help
did
you
the right
out.
thing.
Yeah, Clay was on it.
So here we go. Ready, Clay? Here we
Here we go.
All right.
Take two.
I wanted to reach out and put an end to the rumor mill.
That was so good.
There we go.
That was award winning. That was
That's all I
good.
needed to get out of the way. All right. Put an end to the rumor mill that is running rampant on social media. You gotta love it. As if everything on social media is wrong. Lots of stuff on social media is wrong, but
The
not
word
everything.
rampant is wrong.
Rampant. They love rampant. Rumor mill and rampant. People love doing that. It's the standard line when you get in trouble and you don't want to. Anyway, the club is not closing, they say, and we are not filing for bankruptcy.
Never heard that before.
Never.
2 days later.
It's right.
Chains on the door.
Exactly.
Right.
Just right there.
Yeah.
It seems to me like, because there were angry members at their door all day long, it seems to me somebody at the club just said, "Hey, we need to
Let's save this for today."
Right, exactly. Let's give ourselves 2 days to clear out the lockers and lock the doors. I
Yeah.
wonder what's happening down there now. If anybody's got any information on when do they reopen? Like what time of day are they supposed to reopen?
Yeah, it'll
It
come
would
in.
be interesting. I would not be shocked if they do not reopen today. They said we fell victim to a crime this year while we were repositioning the club that led to lawsuits that many of you had heard about. We had closed on a loan with a capital group that fell well short of the funding level that was committed. We worked with the proper authorities and justice has been served. And they sent a link there. I think is that the same link, Davey, that you shared?
Yes.
Okay. We had to start the process over, and we are now at the tail end of it, and will be repositioned in the very near future, and will be well capitalized to not only sustain the club operation, but also fund the capital improvements we committed to when we first started this journey. Okay. We want every member to know that we value your loyalty. The staff has worked incredibly hard this past year to make sure that you will have had a phenomenal experience each and every time you step through our doors. The members, blah, 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 our priority. This was a rough several months, no doubt. Thank you for your patience and understanding. We will continue to communicate the facts
They want to
to you
control
as
the
things.
narrative.
That's yeah.
I feel bad for the staff. I feel bad for the staff.
Me
Yeah,
too.
it's a
They don't
horrible
really know
position.
what's
It's a horrible
going on.
position.
Yeah.
Like they're going to work going, I hope I have work.
And dude, they have to travel. You think they don't even live anywhere near there? There's nothing going on there. Could you imagine if you moved there because of Serenata Beach Club and now this crap is going on? There's nothing going on. You have nothing to do now.
That is
terrible.
kind of out in the middle. It's just kind of out on the island out there, right?
So expensive real estate out there, and they're just literally, that's a shame.
Yeah, I think there was just a rough transition between the ownerships. What it sounds like to me, and if it is what they say, maybe they did get the stuff straight. I don't. The ACH drafting, that could be part of that transition too. That's why I'm saying maybe that account wasn't accounted for. The account wasn't accounted for in the sale of the property.
Yeah.
And it sounds like,
from what I'm told, somebody who's named in the lawsuit ran off on vacation for a little while.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they found missing money.
Luxury travel, fine dining,
yeah.
you name it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they asked for checks, and they stopped drafting membership fees from accounts
Yeah, I'm wondering if
because their
somebody had
bank was
access.
shut down. I guess.
I wonder if someone had access to that
Yeah.
account. It might have been the person that ran off.
Interesting.
Right.
Interesting.
So maybe
Okay.
that's the reason for
They might have had to shut down that account because that person who's in Italy or wherever
Yeah.
had access to that account, and that's how they had to stop it.
And again, this side of it is kind of speculation. I do want to make that clear because this is a big deal. I mean, this is a big deal.
It's a lot of money.
It's a whole lot of money on both ends. It's a whole lot of money for members to just have forked over to possibly be gone. It's a lot of money for the club to be missing.
And the club's been around forever, right?
Oh, yeah.
How old do you think it is?
It's been a long time.
That was built. That whole division was built, and they relocated A1A.
Bro, you need to wear those frames every single day of your life.
Every single
They're
day.
amazing. Yeah,
they're
they're
Gucci's. I'm looking
beautiful.
at that on the side.
They look amazing on you. Yeah, sorry.
It's totally
This is me. I know. This is how my brain works. I love it.
But I mean, and I know the original developers, and they've sold a long time ago, but they actually relocated A1A for Serenata Beach Club.
Yeah. To do that
To make
little
it-
loop
to make
around
it
or
fit.
whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
So
It's been there for a long time. I mean, since I can remember driving out that way. I mean, I didn't drive out that way a long time when I was young, but since I can remember driving out that way, it's been out there.
So
it's
for me,
been there over 20 years.
Would you
Yeah.
think that
I think 20
Troy,
years.
someone's going to swoop in and just buy it and save it, or what do you?
I think they're going to clear up. It sounds like they're working to clear up some things because it's too nice of a property, and they put so much money into it to just go, oh, okay, we're just going to let it go.
Right.
I mean, I think they'll eventually clear up some stuff. Hopefully, people don't lose money.
Mm-hmm.
But it does sound, if it's what Pete's saying, it sounds like somebody's having a great vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was just very interesting that the messaging to staff in the beginning of the day was clear out your stuff. And then by 3 o'clock, it was, oh, we're saved. It's all fine. It's okay. So I don't know. Just a very interesting situation.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's people online that are more in the know, and we're being very speculative.
Right.
We're just trying to figure it out for people too.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
it was
like
drama.
everybody.
There was
like
lot
everybody.
of-
Oh, yeah. It was a big story over the
more
weekend.
by the end of the week.
I would imagine. I would imagine.